Welcome back to Jay's Journey, guys. Today we'll be setting on a journey. We'll be moving from Munich into the famous tallest mountain on Germany. That mountain is called Zugspitze. But of course, before we hit that place, we have to visit the famous Alpine town first. Located at the foot of the mountain, that town is called Garmisch-Partenkirchen. And seriously, reading all this famous location name is pretty hard. It's not easy to pronounce as a person who is not very familiar with Germanic. This entire journey will be break into two parts. We're at part 1 right now, where we'll be traveling over through trains, while the part 2 will be the climb. So don't forget to stay tuned for the second video that we'll be climbing over. I had already checked the weather and it seems to be sunny. So now let's start our journey into the mist world. Wow, check out the view of the journey. The whole ride is around 2 hours from Munich to the Alps. And from the beginning, we can see the view outside. There's like farmland, and we will slowly be proceeding into small villages and finally some frozen lakes. As it's a winter season right now, the snow view is definitely very beautiful. With all this snow outside covering the entire world, it feels like we are sitting in a Polar Express. And this totally reminds me of the vibe few days back on my previous video where the entire Munich is snowing. Did you know that this entire train ride is actually pretty famous? Lots of people actually ride the train to view the scenes because this is extreme nice environment. In fact, it reminds me of the famous show called The Game of Thrones. The trains are known for large window designs. Why? Because it enables passengers like me to view the environment better. Every every landscape that we pass by is a different vibe if we goes with different timing. Now it's winter time, right? The vibe is cold, it's white. Imagine you are viewing it in the summer, autumn, or even spring. Every scene is gonna be a huge change. And now something interesting is happening. The mist is getting thicker and the mountains are slowly appearing. The entire world feels different. If you can see the entire sunlight outside, this scene is totally wonderful. This is a sign that shows that we are near the mountain, as the mist is gonna be huge. It will definitely be much bigger and greater as we are progressing near the mountain. The mountain is slowly showing out its majestic form. As you can see here, this is the tallest mountain side view. As the train approaches, we are turning from different angles towards the mountain. And look at how the magical effect the sunlight gives when it's blending in with the entire vibe. This is totally awesome. I can't wait to alight and start the climb. And we are here, alighting here at this station. This will be the point that we start to proceed to the Alpine town. We will be using that as a foothold first before we start our climb at the next video. Well, the fun fact about this town is it's actually a forced marriage. This used to be two different towns here and they are rival for centuries, but back in the 1935 they were being forced together by the government as it's preparing for the Winter Olympics, so they merged this together. And right now, people had forgotten about the rivalry in the past, right? They are together right now and it's one of the most famous alpine resort towns. It's known for skiing, mountain climbing, winter sports, of course with the breathtaking scenes that you can get from every part of the town. As this is a place that's destined more for tourists, you'll find a lot of little shops there selling local goods. Of course, there's a lot of things that's targeting for tourists, little itineraries, memories for you to buy. There are also lots of small bakeries and cafes, very local. And you can look at the architect of the houses. There's lots of wooden alpine house, and we really love the designs. Back in Asia, we don't design house like that. So there's lots of culture and heritage inside. It's definitely great to have my little stroll around this little town as I was looking at the sceneries, as the building, but I'm a little hungry after that long journey. and right now my top priority is definitely food. So it's time to speed up and let's go for something local. I need energy, I need things to eat. Alright guys, we made it. We are now right in the middle of the town where you'll see lots of shops that's selling winter wares and little goodies that we have stayed before for tourists. So as I mentioned, the top priority is time to check out the town and see where can we get the place for food. Let's keep the exploration short and we go straight for the food dining ASAP. So here we are, time for our meal. For starters, I will definitely have this hot red wine in Germany. I'm pretty fond of this drink actually. Next up, some cakes. As German bakeries are famous for their pastries, the cake here definitely look incredible. Moving on to the main dish, first is the seafood spaghetti. And surprisingly, the seafood is really fresh, the fish meat is really springy, and is a sign that it is a fresh meat. Well, high chance is likely from the local Alpine lakes that they fish out. Combining with the light sweet sauce, it is a very great combination. Next up is a beef soup that is being cooked with red wine as a base. Definitely much better than the sour meatball soup that we had a few days back from previous video. Now that we had our meal, we are all ready to go to start the climb. Be sure to check out the second video and subscribe to Jay's journey while you're at it.